for 2 seconds, and that is a huge amount of time that a Crystal Maiden would rather be juking and avoiding damage. So I think the Razor pick here is pretty solid. I am anticipating this being... Well, it could be Ziz's hero because Razor can kind of gank, but I don't think it's quite as gank heavy as I normally play it, so I'm almost guaranteed this is Swindle's hero.
Yeah. Because
the heroes he play are they're very much the siege, mech, mid heroes. And Razor fits that playstyle much like a Shadow Fiend does. So I think this will be a mid Razor, support Naga, probably offlane Tusk. They still need a hero for Fly, and they still need a hero for Ziz then.
Yep. I completely agree. Based on these three heroes, that would be the way I'd predict they set up these lanes. Tusk just fits Moon Meander's playstyle very well. Very mobile, can be very aggressive, but also spend some time in the lane. Now, this is a tried and true classic for Complexity. When this team was first starting to get their feet wet with Dota and making a splash on the competitive scene, this was their go-to pickup. They've played it so much more than most of the other teams in this tournament. Even on patches when Enigma hasn't been popular, we've seen... Actually, almost a surprising amount of Enigma in this group stage. So
a lot from them actually. The other previous Enigmas, we saw that really sick play from Z Freak where he went for the sell mech into Refresher and to win the team fight and save the racks.
Yeah.
That was really cool. A bit of a sacrifice with the mech's sale because you're losing about 1,100 gold, but it was completely worth it in that moment.
I know EG has played Enigma at least once or twice as well.
That would make sense. That I could definitely see them doing that.
Yeah.
The complexity lanes are a little changed here, unless we're going to see Fly play a 5 Naga Siren, or play a Tusk, which is possible.
I wonder if they'll farm the Naga instead of putting her on support. I mean, maybe that could be your Ziz
That was my first thought. It was that Naga could be Ziz, and they have played that before, I believe, with him playing Naga Siren. So it's not completely unlikely. Gyro's fine against Naga carry, maybe not amazing, but fine. I'm a little worried for Complexity because Fnatic picks Centaur because Ohio is one of the best Centaur players in the world. I genuinely think he's definitely top 3 offlaners in my book out of all the players.
So who would be also? I mean, Ice has got to be in that top 3.
Yeah, I'd probably say Ice. I would say Zai as well.
Zai,
I think Universe is very, very good, but maybe a little bit behind that. Universe is, it's hard to say. Universe is super good too, and he plays better utility off lanes, I feel.
That's true. There is just a difference in that.
Yeah,
in that
Ohio's like a gank off lane. Like, he is the best gank off lane, I think.
Yeah. I mean, when I first started seeing Ohio when he started really rocking my world was that Nature's Prophet with his like TP first, put wards down, just the way he plays the hero, much more aggressive, gank-oriented, support the other lanes rather than the more bulldog kind of split pushy style.
I don't even think I've caught that, him playing Prophet. I know he
does
has
a Prophet set.
I haven't watched him.
He's serious, man. So Dragon Knight, the final pick for Fnatic. That'll be their mid laner for Mushi. Pretty tanky team here for Fnatic outside of that of the Crystal Maiden. So they've got some sieging power now.
I think that's smart against a Razor as a carry because Razor is a medium damage carry. He doesn't do a massive amount of damage. Venomancer is not expected at all. This is a push lineup.
Whoa.
Who's going to get the mech? Is it Enigma or is it Razor?
I think probably the Enigma now that Ziz is taking the Razor, though.
So mid Veno, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Swindle will take the Veno. Okay, this is really different from Complexity. And, you mentioned during the draft in Game 1 of this second heat here that this is a time where Complexity has the luxury of being able to experiment a little bit because there's less pressure. Now that they already won a game in this series, they are completely safe. There's no chance of them not being top 4. So if they lose this game, it's really not the end of the world. So perhaps this is part of some of that experimentation. We have not seen much Veno this tournament. I'm honestly not quite sure what to make of this final pick Veno.
It's kind of bad versus Centaur because he can just ult through Gale. So even if you Gale somebody pre-BKB, it doesn't counter you in that way. But this is definitely a very good push lineup, I think. Tusk can initiate with a Blink Dagger. If things go bad, you can always Song, and that's really important when you have a push lineup because if things go bad and you get 5-man wiped, often that's the advantage you've been working for all game. So I think the Naga fits into this pretty well. Enigma's great at pushing. Veno's good at pushing. Razor's good at pushing.
Look at this. Ohio buys a smoke and sentry wards as well as observers straight away.
He is there so fast.
So I'm glad I brought up that Nature's Prophet TP into the jungle because he'll go teleport level 1 and put very aggressive wards down. And these are atypical spots to block out the camp and try and slow down this Enigma. Sentry ward here and then just some vision into the mid.
Too? That is really mean. All of these wards will block, and these are pretty good spots too. The one on the high ground over by the large camp is great. The sentry in the medium camp might get denied, but They're checking for camps. They didn't find anybody. They even put their observer on the high ground. Oh, it's within vision. They can kill this if they get vision of it. I don't know if they can, though. They might have to be higher.
Oh, final breakout. They bump right into Mushi. This is an easy first blood. The ice shards from Tusk completely block him out. And it will be the Naga Siren that gets the bonus gold. So, well, started off as a great start for Fnatic, but Complexity, they make up for it with the first blood.
Fnatic was ready to fight that. Johnny got a 4-man decay. He's like, let's fight. I'm ready. I'm going to hit you guys for 78 damage, and I'm going to keep decaying. But that ice shards, it just completely said, all right, rumble time, baby.
Yeah, pretty good spell, that ice shards.
So he actually loses gold there, because that's all unreliable. So his bottle is now delayed. He went 2 Ironwood branches.
Oh, my. That's
actually a huge kill.
Wow. This is going to be rocky for Mushi. Dragon Knight's one of those heroes that delayed bottle is pretty costly. He will be able to get this bounty rune, and they will deward this. So that'll give Complexity a little bit of intel that there is a sentry inbound. They'll know it's blocking this camp, but still Fnatic get an observer ward out of it, so not all bad.
Will Z-Freak aggressively jungle? He's
Catch Akimbo blocked out by ice shards again. Moon will at least be able to get some good right clicks in and win this right click battle. Flies on his way as well.
Nova?
He's going to be able to kill him. Oh, this is so great. Complexity off to an amazing start this game, Purge.
That seemed like a pretty big mistake there from Crystal Maiden. Not only did he miss his Nova on 2, he could have gotten Frostbite, and now he can't even jungle with Frostbite because he grabbed Crystal Nova. I mean, he's aggressively tri-laning and all, but now he can't even get that free experience. I think that was just a huge mess up there. Like, he got blocked in, could have just frostbit him, waited a second and a half, and then ran straight left. But he tried to Nova both, and maybe Moon blocked him or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but that seemed like a weak play from Crystal Maiden that put him in a bad spot. Fly might actually die here.
He's in a lot of trouble. Johnny, he'll have another decay in about 4 seconds, but not going to be able to do it. Now Moon Meander with another set of beautiful ice shards, blocks out KYXY, and what started as a lot of damage onto Fly ends up being a pretty even exchange. Moon wants this, tanks most of the rocket barrage. Crystal Nova will finish him off. Fly might still be able to find the recovery kill. He does have a movement speed edge, but just can't quite close the gap. Now he's on the run. It's overcommitment after overcommitment here.
Yeah, Fly ends up staying alive at least, but I thought he was going to be able to get that kill because he has boots, but the Nova just completely slowed him down.
Yeah, smart play from Z-Freak here, though, seeing all of his camps blocked out. Not too many choices, but he will rotate into the enemy jungle Ohio, killing a couple Eidolons here. Well, more than a couple, actually. The entire pack of Eidolons.
They were almost dead, though, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but it's still level 1 on Enigma, so this is very tough. Yeah. Trading an off lane for a forward position is not terrible, though. He's going to come forward and, deny from his creeps. I like this a lot because it's not like he wants to steal last hits from the Razor, and it's a weaker push, and he killed the range creep. So this wave will now push. He's going to be contested by the Centaur, but he's able to get his farm.
Okay, so this aggro tri-lane from Fnatic off to an okay start. They got that first kill, and this Gyro is farming pretty nicely, but it's only a Tusk here, so I think Moon's okay with not getting a huge amount of farm out of this lane if it means that the Enigma can farm nicely. Their off-lane Razor will be able to get some farm, and so far so good in the mid lane for Swindle. He is out farming the DK by just a couple of creeps.
And he's a much bigger threat as well, because every time that Mushi comes up, he can just Gale him like this, and he's got 2 points into it. Gale is one of the best scaling magic damage spells in the entire game. It does tons of damage. At level 4, it does something like 500 or 600 magic damage for a basic skill.
Wow,
it's amazing. Because every 3 damage you take a proc, so you take like 5 of those. It's like 500 or 600 damage. It's incredible.
Okay. Yeah, Venom mid. I'll be curious to see what build Swindle goes for. Venom's one of those heroes that if he gets an early Midas can really ball out of control. If he can stay an item up, up top, hold that thought that was Fly initiated on again. Tombstone comes out. Zombie's doing a lot of work here.
Dodge.
Good work with those mirror images, but it's not enough. Ketchy Kimbo will secure the kill. And that'll be another one on the scoreboard here for Fnatic.
Man, I thought he was going to make that. As you use mirror image, you go invulnerable for a period of time. So he created some confusion. Yeah. Almost made it there. So level 5 with Veno. He just wanted the 2 points in Gale. That way he could harass Mushi a bit. Normally you see the max ward build. It's very, very common on Veno mid. But I guess he just wanted slightly more offensive potential versus Mushi. But he's actually dealing with it quite well. Dragon Blood makes a big difference. He's got that free 2 health regen to start things off.
Yeah. So anyhow, if Veno can get that item advantage up against the opposition, man, an early blink Aghanims, the damage output can be nuts if you can get it before like a pipe comes out or something like that.
And even if they have BKB on a hero like Dragon Knight, as soon as the BKB ends, the Venomancer ulti starts ticking again. So they buffed it a couple times so it can actually apply through that.
Right.
It just doesn't do the damage while you're magic immune.
Yeah, no longer cleanses it. That's the big thing. Ohio doing some crafty plays here, though, Purge. He's pulling this creep wave into the jungle so that he'll find some place to farm.
I think he just did this because he wanted to go get the rune as well and not miss out on experience. So he just brought the wave with him for later.
Okay.
Just a little creep snack.
Not a bad way to do it.
Yeah.
A little farm for himself. Swindle's in a lot of trouble here. Ketchikimbo wraps around the backside, and that's an easy pick off there on the Venomancer.
Huh. He actually got spotted out by Naga Siren, but I guess they just assumed that they wouldn't wait that long for the kill. But they stuck out the hold, and they get it. And that's one of the problems with Venom mid, is that you're very vulnerable to ganks. And sometimes you get ganked too much, and it really affects your game. But if you do have a good game in the mid game, or in the mid lane, you can kind of get insanely farmed on Venom. So these ganks are super important.
Yeah. How's our Enigma doing here? Halfway through level 4. Z-Freak definitely not jungling as quickly as you, or as well as you would expect, but that's kind of a byproduct of all of his camps being blocked out and having to play around with this Centaur who's constantly been leeching his XP and killing off these Eidolons pretty much whenever possible. I feel like Ohio's done a pretty good job keeping tabs on Z-Freak, maximizing his farm, and not giving this Enigma any undue space.
Ooh, and they're going to set up a gank on him here. They put the ward down so they block the large camp and see where he's farming. Ohio goes to the tower so it's not too obvious. Are they going to try to get Razor? They could. He's at about 600 HP, but their damage isn't that high. Level 1 Double Edge, level 2 Hoof Stomp, and level 1 skills in both the CM's abilities. I think the best kill is Enigma here, but they've just got to find him. They see the Eidolons, I think.
Oh, this is the opportunity they've been waiting for. Z-Freak goes one way. Ketchikimbo's right there. Sets it up for Ohio. Connects with his combo. And that'll be the rotation to finish him off. Now a killing spree for this Crystal Maiden. Ziz comes in. He's going to leech a lot of damage here. Up to plus 56, plus 70, plus 84. He just needs one more auto attack. But he can't quite do it. Should he turn? He gets the little zombie. And he's going down. He just needs to try and run for it. Double Edge won't let it happen.
Yeah, he almost got away and was able to salve there. But unfortunately, the Enigma just ate it pretty much. Maybe if he had a Midnight Pulse, he could have lived there by breaking the trees and just getting out of there. But that was a really nice executed gank, and they're reading their opponents. But on the bright side, it's 6 minutes. Enigma can now shift to his jungle because any wards that have been placed in their jungle are gone. So his levels are behind where they should be. Normally